Rightio, welcome everyone to version 2. Seems we had a minor technical glitch on take 1, which is no surprise with me. So Steve, you've been over to our sister event over at
over in Adelaide, LUV Golf.
Adelaide, yep.
Yes, I went over and for the second year with record crowd of 94,500 roughly, and
half of our membership was there, I think.
There was quite. I ran into a few guys from Retrieval, which was good. But look, very good tournament, well run.
You were rubbing shoulders with all the elite every time I looked on my Facebook account.
I was lucky to be in a couple of the right spots at the right time. So and they were very generous with their time, not only with me, but signing a lot of things, talking to a lot of people, having a lot of selfies. So they were very, very accommodating.
It's definitely a relaxed atmosphere. That's what it comes across as. The players seem really relaxed, and that then flows onto a good vibe for the people watching. And it's great to watch the team, the way it finished off with the team event. And
the first playoff, and the Australian boys got up in Australia, which was and the crowd was massive. Like, when they're taking their shots, it's the noise and everything. It was just I had a couple of people ring me going, "What's going on?" Channel 7 cut to the news, and then a few people found it on 7 Mate or something. So, look, I think the viewership was up, and if you haven't been, I highly recommend you go.
I've said to a lot of people, if you want to watch an hour of golf and you want to see a lot of golf shots, watch LIV Golf, because
the shotgun start, you can stay in one spot and you see every golfer within like a 4.5 hour period. You don't have to actually walk around the course.
Yes.
You certainly can if you want to. You can follow groups. You can get close on tee boxes if you're early enough and stuff like that. But it's from a golfing perspective, it's a fantastic event. And I've already booked my accommodation for next year, so I'll be back there again.
Concert on the Saturday night. So that
the first year they had it Saturday night. This year they had it Friday, Sunday. They had Tones and I Friday, Fisher, some DJ bloke Saturday.
Apparently he's big.
Apparently, I think I was there for about half an hour.
I had to Google who he was, but anyway.
And then flight facilities on Sunday night, so I don't know them either. But anyway, it was great. So
anyway, over to the results from the weekend in the big comp, which is LUV Golf. And
I kept looking at my phone to see how we were doing and others were doing. My wife was doing, and scores very ordinary.
Very poor.
Thought it must have been stormy or something.
It was definitely windy and a bit cool, but I didn't think it was horrendous. It didn't match the scoring. Pin positions were tough, but they're the same for everyone. So
a couple of there's not a lot over 30. 30 seemed to be probably an average, I suppose, 29 or 30. But anyway, we'll start with our boys. We went in with 6. Kane was a late withdrawal, and I declared I was having the week off. Steelers, very good side, proving to be tough. Very good.
They are playing very well. Some good.
I only went in with 4 and still got it done, only by a point, but you only need to win by a point.
Mick DeJager with 36.
Warwick Newman captain 32, Craig Trethowan 31, and Craig Griffin 24. Got it done over my boys, which Mick Badura was captain with 31, Brian Suffolk 31, and then Robbie George and Steve Tonkin 30. So normally on a normal week, those scores won't get it done. But if you look at previously, a lot of the scores have been 130s and 140s. There's nothing like that, 123 got it done there. 121 of the next game got it done. So the scoring was certainly down. So, but no, well done Steelers. We give you a hard time on here for a bit of fun. But on top of the ladder at the moment, game clear and going well. So good win there with only 4.
Yeah, it was. Mick made it just a bit too hard, didn't he? When you're 5 points clear of the next best score on the opposition, that sets you up pretty well.
You get one good player out there, it makes it easier to get the others. So, and the Bugs didn't do that well against Temple Bulls. They went in with 5 versus 8. That always helps. But they only won by 4, 121 to 117. So Robbie Kilgour, captain with 23. Craig Healy 34, Gary Bennett 32, and Stewie Manser 32. Over the Bugs with Kevin Lister, captain at 26. Wade Enan 26, Pam Hayward 28, and Robin Quinn 37. So a couple of good scores, 37, 34, but again, a lot of them 32s, 28s.
Yeah, just not quite. Didn't have that standout, did they, to give themselves a good chance.
The Duffers, down under Duffers versus Hump Day. Again, another team with 4, got it done, 121 to the Duds versus Hump Day 109. So you got Darren Coolbar's captain with 30, Cooper Gentle 30, Travis Clack 30, and Jock Watson 31. And for the other side, Andrew Marr captain with 24, And then the top score, Steve Austin 31, Gary Jeffries 27, and Neil Orchard 27.
Yep, just not good enough for those boys, unfortunately. Yeah, they're having a tough year.
No, they're not going as well as I would have liked or thought, but we've still got a bit to go, a few more rounds left.
North Melbourne like.
That is correct. And the Cheeky Chooks versus the 8 Jokers. The Cheeky Chooks got it done by 3.
That's a great win over the Jokers.
Yeah, 5 versus 5, so they were evenly matched on the field. So my wife was captain. She only had 22. As I said, I kept checking, and she wasn't all that happy with her score. But the captain on the other side, Kevin Sullard, only had 21. So sort of evens itself out a little bit.
Very much evens itself out. But Kev's, enough said. 21. Kind of no sugarcoating that, isn't it?
Can't say too much. George Yajapati, 33. Deb Morden, 33. Vicky Coolbars, 28. And as I say, Simone on 22 as a captain. And the other side was 28 for John Guilfoyle, 33 Ben Knight, 31 Rocket. And then, as I say, Kevin Sullard on 21.
Ben and Rocket. Pretty consistent as a rule.
Yeah. So
and the ladder.
So Steelers 1 game on top, clear from Mixed Bag, who just snuck in front on percentage from the Duds, and then Dimple Balls round out the top 4. Then you've got the Jokers, the Cheeky Chooks are in the top 6 now with their win, only by percentage over the Bugs. Reluctant Heroes 1 win, and Hump Day number 9 at still yet to open up their account.
So you'd almost say, Hump Day probably out of finals contention, and Reluctant Heroes are 1 away probably, which we'll move on to this week's draw, and we'll talk about them first. I think.
Speaking of Reluctant Heroes, they've been a good side for a long time. I think they've got a couple of premierships under their belt.
Richmond like?
Richmond like, probably time's up. But this week they play the Dimple Balls, 7 versus 7, from what I can find on the timesheet. If I was Steve Jones, I'd be buying Fossey a pair of socks after
pink socks.
2 weeks ago. Had his probably best round in a long time in the pink socks. I'd be making sure he wears them again. But Stewie Manser for Dimple Balls always plays with Fossey and Jonesy and Kirk, so I think there'll be a nice little bit of banter going around as the Dimple Balls play the Reluctant Heroes. But look, I'll pick the Reluctant Heroes only because I think if they don't win this week, they're done.
They've been too good for a long time, not rally, I don't think. So I expect them
fresh off a bye.
Fresh off the week off.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I think they will have a good account of themselves.
But the other side, some of those guys, I think Gary Bennett, last week had a good score. Craig Healy, 34. Was one of the top scorers. Stewie Manser's always thereabouts. So it won't be an easy one, but if they don't win, sorry boys, I'll have to, your season's done. The Steelers versus the Cheeky Chooks. The Steelers are going in with 8 versus 7 from what I could see for the Chooks. Steve Lindbergh's already come out early. He's going to be captain. He didn't play last week. Current monthly medalist and Privilege Cup, so he's in good form. Didn't play last week, so we'll see how he backs it up. But as I said, I give these guys a hard time for a bit of fun, but they're certainly proven to be a really, really good team.
Nick DeJager in good form. Tommy Flynn's 36. Got some new equipment in the last couple of weeks, so he'd be pretty motivated. And again, I made fun of Warwick not being consistent, but if you actually look at his data, he's been one of the most consistent players in the club over the last couple of months. So you're right. Heath Redwood's always going well, and Craig's had some really good scores. So they stack up very well. They're going to be a hard team to beat moving forward.
And look, Simone coming off 22, she was disappointed last week. Vicky Coolbars went okay. Sue Jenkinson is generally fairly solid. Ingrid's there. Sue Burns back. She hasn't played for a week or two. So look, and I'll come back and have a drink and see how the team's going, which is fantastic. And I really, really take my hat off to the girls. They're having a good crack, and it's great for the comp, and love their shirts and all that. But I don't think they'll get over the Steelers this week.
You wouldn't think so.
No. Mixed Bag versus the Down Under Duffers. We've got 8 this week. They've got 7. Cooper's not down, but he sometimes logs in a bit late. But look, I think we'll get that done. I gave Giddy a hard time saying that the pros can't be consistent, and the last time the pro shop entered the team, they didn't do any good. So
right, you weren't lying.
No. As I say, so it could be 8 versus 8. It'll be really good. It's 2nd v3 on the ladder. So they're only separated by a percentage. So be a good. Darren Coolbar's off his 30. Jock 31 last week. So Jock was a top scorer for them last week. So
Jaden's
on the east off the black. I think we'll just probably be a little bit too good. I think.
Jaden's been off. He obviously went to LIV, and then this week he's off over at Tokemall playing in the national PGA event over there. So
I hope he's going well. I haven't.
He didn't go so well yesterday, anyway. But as we know, today's a different day, so he's off early. Haven't heard how he's going, but he will have a lot of golf under his belt by the time he gets to this round. So that could work one or two ways.
Well, he might be burnt out, or he might just be finding some form. But either way, good luck. I don't know who's going to captain them. I have got an idea. Just going to run it past our manager, Keithy McCormick, who will captain this week. We've got an idea, but we'll probably announce that later today. But I think we'll get that done. I'm back.
You're back.
I'm
right.
back. So and
the
then
barometer is back.
The captain's back. So the 8 Jokers versus the Bugs. 7 for the Jokers on the timesheet versus 8.
They'll be smarting a bit after last week.
They will be. Yeah. So that's going to be an interesting one. What do we got on the ladder? You've got the Jokers in 5th and the Bugs in 7th. And they're only separated by percentage. So
whoever wins this kind of puts themselves right back in the frame for finals, I would think. Hard one to pick. The Bugs, when they're good, they're really good.
Well, Rocket's pretty consistent. Mark White's not, and Sean Slattery and Kevin Sallard coming off, what we say, 21 points. He'd probably want to bounce back, I think.
He might want to rest. He might want to sub someone.
He's down, so he's playing. And then, as I say, Kate Burke and Pam Hayward, the guys, Keithy Jenkinson.
Pam's always consistent.
Yeah. So, look, I'm gonna call that one a draw.
A draw.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a draw.
98.
So there we go. So, but look, we'll see everybody out here on Saturday. I think the weather's supposed to be about 19 or 20 degrees. It's gonna be a nice day off the black on the east. So it'll be a good day. So, good luck to everybody. Play well. Hope the scores are better, and I look forward to seeing you on out here.
Thanks, Morgs.
Thanks, Steve.